Hello everybody and welcome to an attempted review of the film Oculus. So I've never really done a review before, so I have no clue what I'm supposed to be like saying and stuff. So I'm just gonna say now, if it sounds terrible then let me know, but if not then great. But I've never done a review before, so if this is shocking then so be it. But anyway, so the film I'm going to be talking about is Oculus. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh my god, the Oculus Rift. Well, just take a step back and think to yourself what Oculus actually means. So, Oculus, it means, it's got a few meanings. It could be like a circular window, the central boss of a volute, an opening at the apex of a dome, or a round or eye-like opening or design. So, I think this film mainly plays on the eye meaning of the word Oculus, because this film's kind of like about perception and the way you see things and how your mind subconsciously does stuff. Because so I guess I'll go for the backstory of the film. So the film's about this mirror that's got like this, I guess, quite a recognizable design, but the mirror sort of like has supernatural kind of powers. And it has like, I guess the dead kind of lives in it, but like not kind of thing. They only sort of go out to certain people and then they sort of like make them go insane and do things for them. So for example, there's like four main characters, like the two children and the two parents. The dad starts going like insane because the mirror starts like, well, it's because he has the mirror in his office. So like the mirror starts coming out to him and starts communicating with him, but like the mum starts thinking that he's cheating on her, because like the children think that there's a woman in there all the time and stuff because he's talking to himself. But like the dad starts going insane because this like dead woman start like telling him to do things, but then the mum starts going insane because the mirror's like talking to her as well. So it's a pretty fucking weird film, like off the bat. So so it skips from the past to like the present day, like occasionally. It starts off mainly in the present day with well, if you guys have watched Doctor Who, the Matt Smith series, you'll recognise one of the main actresses, Karen Gillan, who plays Amy Pond, and she's like, she puts on an American accent in the film, but her and her brother came out of like a psychiatric unit because he shot oh my god, I can't talk, because he shot his dad when he was like 11 or something. So he just came out of that, and then the Karen Gillan, or whatever her name is in the film, like Kaylee or something, she just bought the mirror again because they promised something when they were young, but you don't find that out until like the end of the film. But she wants to do like loads of tests and stuff on it to prove that they're not actually fucking insane, and that the mirror actually does do things, because they kind of went into like mental prisons and stuff because they thought they were insane, when in fact it was actually the mirror. But I guess I'll go through over like the good points of the film. So the good points of the film were the story, actually, even though it wasn't like a very journey-ish or adventurous film. The story was actually really good and it had a good idea and stuff. Like the mirror idea was pretty original, I guess. I mean, there was a film called Mirrors before, but that's slightly different, and that affects all mirrors. But this film was slightly different, it had more supernatural and more specific powers. Another good point about the film is the fact that like the perception of like time and stuff that happens. Like there's this one point where the brother walks outside because he's sort of having a relapse, and he's like trying to phone his doctor, but then like you hear the voice of Kaylee, the other character, like shouting Tim at him, but then like he like wakes up inside and he's like on the phone inside, and it's like really weird. And he's like, how the fuck did I get here? And she's like, you've always been there, you walked up to the door and sat down. But for like him, he walked outside because that's what he wanted to do, but the mirror sort of made him vision what he wanted to do, but he didn't actually do it. So I thought that was a good point about the film, like all the weird twists and stuff. And because it's based in the same house as when they were younger, they start like what's the word, like recollecting events or something. I'm not sure if that's the word, but they start re-seeing things that they've already seen, so you start learning about their past as well and what actually happened. But like stuff that happened with like the pet and the mum started going insane and started attacking the children, and then like the dad started torturing the mum and stuff. It was really weird. But I thought another good point actually is the acting. The acting was actually really fucking good in this film, along with the story and everything together. It was actually a pretty good film, not gonna lie. It wasn't like one of your typical jump scare films like you might expect it to be, because that's what people usually see nowadays. They're like, oh, horror film, that's just jump scares and stuff. This actually wasn't like a jump scare film at all. It was just a really weird, creepy film. I mean, there were a few jumps in it, you know, there has to be, because otherwise it gets quite boring, but there's a lot of tense moments in it, like, you know, expecting what's going to happen next and stuff, and just really weird things happen. It's just like so confusing. It's actually quite a confusing film. It's not like your simple horror movie, but so I guess the bad points about this film were kind of that it was a bit slow. It didn't really progress as quick as I thought it was going to be, and if it was a bit longer, they could have changed stuff about a bit and made it progress a bit better. But apart from that, the film was actually just overall really, really good. So there's like this one point which really stood out to me was when like loads of shit happens, and then like because they see things, and then like if they pull up their phone and look through their phone, stuff isn't actually there, like because the phone's seeing it kind of thing, and the phone can't be tricked, and the phone can pick up what's not actually there. So because the mirror's always playing tricks on them, and it's making them see things that aren't actually there. Like she accidentally eats a light bulb, but it's not, and it's actually an apple, and she thinks her tongue's bleeding on some shit. But this is one point where, spoiler alert, her boyfriend comes in, and she imagines it's her mum, who was like psychotic when she was younger, and then she like stabs him in the neck, but it's actually like her boyfriend, and then, you know, they're like losing it because she just killed her boyfriend, and her brother's there, and he's like, no, that's not a trick, that's actually your fucking boyfriend, you just stabbed him in the throat. So like they go outside, and this is like the really weird bit where like they look through the window, because they like one of the front rooms is where they actually put the mirror, but they look in the front room, there's like both of the people, the two main characters are actually standing in front of the mirror, but they're still outside and like looking at themselves. But the reason why like they would be imagining that is because like there's a thing that they set up every 30 minutes that like smashes the mirror, but it would like kill them instead. So like the mirror's trying to force them to go back inside, and I thought that was a good twist. Like it's trying to make them go back inside, but they want to stay outside and wait for the police to come. But they kind of don't want to go inside. It's like really weird because they don't know if that's actually them in there or they're imagining being outside. So a lot of strange stuff happens like that. So I thought the film was overall really fucking good film, and I would actually really recommend this film. It's called OCULUS. It's nothing to do with Oculus Rift, so don't be surprised if it's not got any people with fucking weird headsets on, okay? But yeah, this film came out like last year, I think, in 2013. I'm not too sure actually, it might not have, but yeah, I would definitely recommend this film. It's fucking good, really tense, really weird. Don't watch it late at night like me, like 2 o'clock in the morning, because you will shit yourself and also feel like you're tripping balls on acid or some shit. So check this film out, and I'll see you guys in another movie review if you enjoyed this one. So yeah, see you guys next time. Goodbye.